Fiona Fox. What happened to you? You were first known as a secondary character, a character that was mostly downplayed, a character that hardly anyone seemed to care about. Until that day when Ian Flynn decided to come along and change everything. For what was once known as a likable character is now one of the most hated characters in the entire comic book. What had caused such an innocent character like her to become so ridiculed among fans? Well, let's take a look at where it all began. This is Sonic Comic World, and this is my review of Sonic the Hedgehog issue number 172. First of all, I gotta say, the front cover looks weird. Just look at all the stuff they put on it. Amy versus Fiona, Sonic in hot water, Bunny and Antoine back together, but will it last? And Scourge's secret date, the real story. These sound like stories that belong in a relationship magazine, not a frickin' comic book. I almost expect to see an article on how to improve your sex life. Not that I would need to read something like that. I mean, why would I? Anyway, let's take a look at the first story, which is entitled Truth of the Heart. It starts off with Amy trying to hit Fiona with her hammer. Nice start. I mean, okay, I guess it's always nice to start off a story with a little cat fight, but this wasn't really what I had in mind. Now that I could go for. So why is Amy trying to beat the crap out of Fiona? Well, as it turns out, Amy came across Tails while she was, oh, are you ready for this? Trying to find Sonic. Oh, really? I had no frickin' idea. Like I never heard that one before. So Tails apparently reveals a shocking truth to Amy, that Fiona has been cheating on Sonic with Scourge. Wow, I never knew foxes could be such whores. But Fiona does not seem to worry about this sudden truth, as she's confident that Sonic will never believe Amy. But then Sonic suddenly appears. What was he doing there this whole time? Just leaning up against the doorway? Yeah. Sonic, did it ever occur to you to just, I don't know, break up the fight? I guess I'm not the only one that likes to watch women fight each other. Also, what the hell is Sonic saying here? I take everything Amy says with a shaker of salt. What does that even mean? Does it mean he takes everything Amy says, puts salt on it, eats it, and then craps it out later, forever forgetting about it? I guess that brings new meaning to the phrase, I don't give a shit what you have to say. Oh well, I don't know. So Amy comes in to try to explain, but Sonic tells her to piss off. Okay, he doesn't say that, but I wish he had. That way we wouldn't have to see this. God, that chick needs to grow up. So Sonic tells Fiona to walk and talk with him as they both, head into the woods together. Nah, just kidding. They're just there to talk. So Sonic finally wants the truth of where Fiona has been skiving off to lately, and he wants to make sure that the rumors of her cheating on him with Scourge are all lies. But before Fiona can come up with any answer at all, guess who would show up but the Green Hornet himself? No. No? What the fuck? No! There he is. So yeah, the rumors were true. Fiona has been cheating on Sonic with Scourge all along. Why? Well, when Evil Sonic pretended to be the real Sonic in issues 150 and 151, he started hitting on all the girls in Knothole, including Mina, Bunny, Rouge, and even Amy. Dude, that ain't right. But apparently it seems that Evil Sonic also hit it on Fiona as well. Which is weird because we never actually see that happening. Attention Archie Comics, we seem to have a large plot hole on the horizon. Repeat, plot hole on the horizon. Request immediate explanation on this gigantic plot hole so that we fans will be able to understand the story better. Over and out. So, yeah, while we never actually see them hook up, Fiona was apparently attracted by Scourge's, evilness, I guess, and when she failed to find that in Sonic, she went back to Scourge. By the way, you just gotta love Sonic's expression there. I mean, he looks like he's about ready to kill. And I don't blame him. What is this, the third time he's been dumped? Man, no offense, Sonic, but your love life sucks. And as if he needed reminding of it, Scourge reminds him for us. What a dick. But then Tails comes in out of nowhere, begging Fiona to stay a knothole. But Fiona, being the kind-hearted and gentle person that she is, tells Tails that you can't count on anybody as she... Oh my God! Alright, you all know what's coming. Say it with me now. 3, 2, 1. What a bitch! Why are slaps always so dramatic in this comic book? I mean, I know slaps are never a good thing, but really, do you have to make them look so tragic all the time? So after that brief glimpse of child abuse, Sonic goes rushing at Fiona with his... I don't know, either it's his angry face or his rape face. Either way, Fiona is screwed. But Scourge intervenes. So the two hedgehogs have themselves a little fight, and when it seems that Sonic has come out on top, Fiona cuts in. Alright, now this ought to be good. Sonic versus Fiona. Hedgehog versus Fox. X versus X. This ought to be interesting, right? Aw, god damn it, not you again! So, yeah, Amy comes in again doing what she does best. Being a little cock-block brat. But Fiona and Scourge seem to think that I've had their fun as they leave via Warp Ring. But not before Fiona manages to give a farewell kiss goodbye. Alright, let's say it again. Everyone together now. What a bitch! So after Scourge and Fiona piss off, Sonic asks Tails if he's going to be alright. Tails says that he's fine and that he can still trust Sonic and all, but he still wants to see his mommy! Bet you anything, in 5 minutes' time, he'll be on his bed, crying into his pillow while his mother gently pats him on the back, trying to make him feel better. What a baby. Okay, I shouldn't have said that, I'm sorry. So Antoine suddenly appears as Sonic relays the bad news to him that Fiona has turned traitor. This gets Antoine really pissed off for some reason as he commands Sonic and Amy to come with him as he's about to do something that he should have done a long time ago. And what is that, you may ask? Well, you're going to have to find out in the next issue because this is where the first story ends. And if you think I'm going to tell you what happens next, then forget about it. Because there is no way in hell that I'm going to spoil the surprise of Antoine proposing to Bunny. So, there. Crap! So that was Truth of the Heart. And before I give you my views about the story, let's take a quick look at the second story in the issue. There is really not much to it, but there is just one part in the story that just really pisses me off. So, we might as well check it out. The second story is called Worth the Effort. All it is, basically, is Amy and Julie Sue training together. Apparently, Amy asked Julie Sue to be her trainer, and so they go out and train. And that's about it. It seems like an innocent story at first. That is, until we get to the part where they take a little break from training. This is where Julie Sue asks Amy the question of why she wants to be trained in the first place. And you think that the logical answer would be because you want to become a stronger and better freedom fighter so that you can help defeat Robotnik and save the world. But no. What is Amy's reason? So Sonic will notice her. Okay. Amy, I'm just going to say this right now. So please pay attention, okay? Sonic will never love you. So get over yourself, you stupid, annoying, selfish little brat. My God, how can anyone be this selfish?
Who cares if Robotnik takes over the world and turns everyone into robots? As long as I'm with Sonic, everything will be alright with the world.
Bullshit! Seriously, this chick needs to grow up, but this time on the inside. You might say Amy is grown up now because she made herself look older using the Ring of Acorns. Well, just because you look older doesn't mean you are older. To me, she still is that 11-year-old bratty girl. And that's mainly because she still acts like an 11-year-old girl. She hasn't matured one bit. This makes the whole Sonic and Amy thing not only strange, but just plain wrong. Because in actuality, that would mean that a 17-year-old boy would be dating an 11-year-old girl. Dude, that's not cool. Oh, and if you want another example of why she is so selfish, she used the Ring of Acorns to make herself older. Why? Just because she couldn't go with the freedom fighters to Station Square. So she made herself look older just so she would be allowed to go. And what was Elias planning to do with the Ring of Acorns in the first place? Oh, nothing much, except revive his mother, for crying out loud! What the hell is wrong with you, Amy? She is just so full of herself. And you know what the sad part is? She still thinks that she and Sonic are right for each other, even though it's clearly obvious that Sonic's heart belongs to another. I'm sorry, but I just don't see Sonic hooking up with Amy at all. I mean, she always follows him around, she never leaves him alone, she is always claiming to be his girlfriend when clearly she's not, and she never shuts the hell up. I mean, would you want a girlfriend like that? I sure wouldn't. Now I understand why Sonic runs away from her all the time. If I saw something like this come after me, I would get the hell out of there too! You might say that Amy's behavior around Sonic is cute, but it's not. As a matter of fact, it's downright creepy. She is always following him around and stalking him. If I'm not mistaken, isn't there a law against that? Why don't you just get a restraining order on her already, Sonic? Her behavior is not natural. It's disturbing, it's wrong, and it needs to stop. Get a restraining order or put her in a mental home because she seriously needs some goddamn help. I just can't stand Amy Rose. She is just a bad, bad, bad character. You know what? I don't care about that alarm. I'll say whatever I want. And I'm saying that Amy Rose needs to die. But still, let me make one thing perfectly clear here. This is just my opinion, nobody else's. I'm sure a lot of you out there don't agree with me on things I say, but please don't get so pissed off about it, okay? Because I, for one, have no problems with any other people's opinions or beliefs. If you are a huge fan of Amy Rose, then that's fine. If you would like nothing more than to see Sonic and Amy get together, then hey, that's great. I have no problem with that at all. So, again, these are just my opinions. And as for me, I would like nothing more than to see Amy Rose die. No, scratch that. I would like nothing more than to see Sonic and Sally get married, which would cause Amy's heart to break, which will send her down a Great Depression until she finally killed herself. And you might think that's a little dark. And it probably is. But that's seriously how this character has affected me. So, bottom line, I hate Amy Rose. And if anyone still has a problem with that, then well, I guess Amy is not the only one that needs to grow up. Whew. Alright. Now that I finally got that out of the way, what can you say about issue 172 as a whole? Well, I think we can all agree on that it definitely is shocking. It was really surprising to see such a character that no one really had a second opinion about turn into one of the most talked about characters ever. Fiona's betrayal certainly caught me off guard, as I'm sure it did many others. But you know what's weird though? Ever since this issue, I've become more interested in Fiona than ever before. Maybe it's because we've seen more development in her character, or maybe it's because she's now a villain which makes her badass. I don't know. but Fiona's just one of those characters that I would like to know more about, and that's why I can't wait for her next return in the comics. Overall, this issue is just fantastic. It has a great, shocking story, nice build-up, an ending in which you can't wait to read the next issue, and of course, Tracy Yardley's drawing styles are as good as ever. I give this issue a well-deserved 9 out of 10. I took 1 point off because of that one simple part in the second story that just makes me groan in anger every time I read it! But I think I've said enough about that, so I'm going to end this right here. So thank you all for watching. I'm Sonic Comic World. See you next time. Alright, what the hell. Let's say it one more time. What a bitch! That never gets old. Attention all units, I seem to be receiving a lot of hated comments from Amy fans out here requesting immediate help because I'm going to need some backup right about now.